Let's see where the night takes us, hey?
You know what it feels like?
What does it feel like?
It feels like Groundhog Day.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. It does.
Well, I have lost count of how many days we've been in isolation, which is a good thing,
Yeah.
but it's just like that movie.
Well, that's sort of the thing with me. Like, I see all these people on the socials and they're like, oh, I'm stuck at home. Oh, woe is me. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Like, there's 1,000 other worse places you could actually be than being
Absolutely.
stuck at home.
And what better way to be safe at home than listening to Charlie and Ponyo?
That's right.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of Charlie and Ponyo. Just a quick shout out to new listeners. I've checked the statistics, and we've got a few listeners from Vietnam. Hey, xin chào.
Ooh.
And also, I believe in Spain. We always get listeners over in Spain as well.
Yeah.
So that's really
And the
really
US too.
Yes, the US would be the second highest numbers of listeners.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Don't know why you
don't-
guys listen to us, to be completely honest, but you
Why
know.
not? I listen to us. I listen to myself.
Do you? We've had this chat before. Do you listen to? I can't. Now that I think about it, I can't listen to my own voice.
I don't mind listening to my own voice. It's quite soothing.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
a love job.
But I mean, yeah, you have to bide the time somehow.
Well, how are you coping with, what are you doing with your time since we've got so much up our sleeve, especially over the past 4 days?
Easter,
Yeah,
Jeebus.
exactly. We've been on what we consider a public long weekend.
Public holiday, long weekend.
Yeah, and not that, usually with Easter, we would get together with our family, have a barbie. For those playing along, Barbie stands for barbecue. You know, you throw a
Seafood
shrimp.
barbecue,
Throw a shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, bubblegum shrimp.
But yeah, this is our first Easter in a long, long time that we have not spent it with our parents.
Just, what are the people? Stuck at home, as
No.
people say. I'm just chilling at home.
Yeah.
Chilling at home. Watching classic movies, watching new movies, playing Call of Duty Warzone, Battle Royale, listen to the wife
What?
dance,
Listen,
to the wife dance.
watch.
Yeah.
I've got great moves.
You got moves for days.
So I've seen this meme and I can absolutely relate to this. It
Yeah, what's
goes
that?
along the line
Here we go,
of
describing memes again. Go.
where it's a saying. It's a where they're after this isolation or quarantine period, you can come out of this quarantine 2 ways. Really fat with all the baking and eating, Netflix, chilling, sleeping, whatever it may be, or you can come out of this isolation with a brand new skill or skills. So I'm trying to go for the latter, not the former, because clearly I'm already at the stage where I'm fat and pigging out already. So what I've decided, I don't know how this came about, babe, but I think it was on Saturday. I think you were playing the guitar. And I said, well, why don't you teach me?
Yeah.
And it's funny because we've been together for a very long time and you've been playing the guitar nearly every day we've been together. And even when we're not together, you would play it over Skype or FaceTime. That's a bit corny, but you do.
Hey, that's how I roll.
So I decided for you to be my teacher. Tutor.
Mentor.
Not mentor.
Mentor.
There's a difference, babe.
I'm the Jedi, you're the Padawan.
That's fine with me. That works well. So yeah, and it just got me thinking, how do you spark your curiosity or creativity? Because when
that's a
you're
good
at
question.
home, I think we're at the stage where, and this relates, I'm pretty sure, dear listeners, this is happening to you right now, where you wake up and it feels so mundane. Because every day it honestly sometimes feels like Groundhog Day. You wake up, you work out, you play COD, you eat, whatever it may be. You dance a little bit, you watch movies.
Then what?
And then what, right?
Yeah. It's all about the then what.
Yeah. So, and I'm not saying that I am going to continue with the guitar lessons. But so far,
This is the first news I've ever heard of this.
but you know what I mean? It's not like I'm not going to give it up anytime soon.
Yeah.
But the fact that after all these years we've been together, I'm wanting to pick up the guitar and play. That made me wonder, how did I get to that stage? How do people spark their curiosity?
That's a really good question. And let me just say that I think picking up the guitar is half the battle.
Yeah, true.
Because it's a lot to be able to process and try and do. And so kudos to you. I mean, you've been going for the last 4 days, coming on 4 days, and you're getting there.
Yeah, for somebody that's considered, I'm a southpaw, so I'm a lefty through and through, lefty, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're a right-handed and you have a right-handed guitar. Freak, my brain hurts just because you're using different side of the brain. And I've always, and I'm not too sure if I told you this, but just a side story. When I use the mouse at work, I would interchange the mouse either the left or the right-hand side because you're exercising muscles.
Different parts of your brain.
Exactly, and that's good. So I want to be like, in other words, I want to be like Lucy.
Yeah.
Dear listeners, do you know who Lucy is?
Scarlett
Johansson. You love her. So how what's the percentage of our brain that we actually
Well, I think that's a
utilize?
fallacy. They say that in that movie they say that we only use 10% of our brain, but it's not true. We use all of our brain, but there's
The
only
percent, the components.
there's only parts of our brain that we use at certain specific times.
So what the movie is trying to say is 100% all at once, whereas we use bits and pieces
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. I want to be like Lucy. I want to be able to use... By the end of this isolation, I want to come out of this going, boom, control everything.
Well, I'd be happy just to use 1% of my brain, but
That's true. I would be happy to use 1% of your brain as well, babe.
But it's, I think it is about what you got to find what you love. You got to find what you enjoy doing, especially like at home when you're stuck at home. Like, what do you got to learn a language. Do a handstand and put a t-shirt on. Like, there's so many different things you can do when you have time, and I think people don't realize how important time is when you don't have it.
Yes, you don't know what you have until it's gone, and I know we talked about that previously, but it relates as well.
And so people are like, oh, I'm stuck at home, I'm bored, this, that, and it's like, well, no, this is any time that you have is valuable.
Yeah.
And so it's really what you want to do with the time that you've got, because when you don't have time, you look back and wish that you had more time. Yeah.
So let's take the whole isolation out of it, right? So let's just imagine we're back to the normal world, which I don't think we'll ever get there, but we'll talk about that later on. How do we spark it? I think my tip would be you need to be vigilant. You need to observe. You really need to, and that's the problem. And we've talked about this before. Our head is constantly down because of the bloody black mirror, the black phone, right? So we constantly have our head down, so we don't lift our head up enough to really observe what's going on in the world. Without that, because we're being dictated by our phone. So the creativity, the curiosity, wanting to learn,
Gets dampened.
Exactly, by what you see on that
Screen.
Exactly. Your vision all of a sudden when it goes from angle, what do you call it, eagle eye view, down to it's narrowed down to
6-inch screen.
Exactly. So I think my number one tip, and I'm not saying I'm an expert at this, clearly, being vigilant, observant. Don't you agree?
I do agree. Oh, you want me to? I keep talking.
Oh, I know you can.
Sparks curiosity. I think for me, it's what piques what piques your interest. So you can just go down the rabbit hole with what piques your interest, whether it's reading a. It doesn't even have to necessarily be reading a book about a specific topic. You can just go on YouTube or something and just type in a question,
Yeah.
and you know there's going to be a whole bunch of people that have already made videos and started talking about the exact same topic that
Correct.
you wanted to bring up. But then you can start reading books, and then I mean, even if it's about music or learning to learn music or singing, or it's whether it's cooking, well, because we've done all of these.
Yeah. Can I add to that as well? What you're trying to say, and correct me if I'm wrong,
Oh, I will.
ask dumb questions.
Yeah.
Because I
No,
think I'm
but-
going to
but-
take out the word dumb.
No.
Just ask questions in
Yeah,
general.
no, but
Yeah, nah.
people always say that, like, to me, it's like, oh, I've got a dumb question. It's like, no, there's no dumb questions. There's just dumb answers.
Yes, that's a good response.
It is though, because any question is a good question.
Yes.
The only thing that spoils a question is the answer that you get. So
And who you
make sure it's a
asked.
good one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But no, but I think that's part of it as well. It goes hand in hand what you're saying. So if you want to learn something, you want to ask that question, whether you ask YouTube or Google, whoever it may be, that's the same thing. Ask the question. Take that initiative, pick up the guitar, download the app, whatever it may be, ask that question.
Oh yeah.
What do you
think
have to lose?
Yeah.
Really nothing. We're at the point we
No.
have nothing to lose. Literally nothing.
That's what I always think, like, especially like being at home and stuck in home. I'm just gonna keep using that because I just find it so fucking ridiculous.
It is.
Stuck at home. It's like, make your house a home.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Make your house a home.
Another tip
Because
that
if your house is a home, then you won't want to leave there. And I
Exactly.
don't want to leave.
Exactly, and it
'Cause
should be.
It's your fortress. It's your castle. It's your.
And that's the thing. It doesn't have to be a mansion. It doesn't have to be on, hundreds of acres. It's how you make that house a home.
Yeah, it's what you make it.
My last tip,
Yeah, what's your tip?
and tell me if you agree, which I know you will.
Oh, here we go.
Play.
Yeah.
Play with kids. You know, kids, you watch them, they're so curious. You give them something, and the way they look at an object for the very first time, that's something that I don't appreciate anymore.
Be curious.
Yeah, when I see something new, I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. That's it. I'll put it aside. But when they see something new for the very first time, it's like, whoa, what's that? You know, I
That's
like
true.
that. I need to do that more. You know, I need to be able to spark that joy, ignite that.
Yeah. Well,
Fire
I mean,
within me.
if I could just go back to that question about what sparks I think for me, just standing in the shower, it's like very meditative. But anyway,
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
yeah. So,
It's been your me time. Yes.
so that's your rant for the last 12 minutes.
Well, I think it's important. I hope it sparks a bit of joy to our dear listeners.
Yeah, for sure, and it will.
Go on, Mo.
So, what would you cross the line for?
What do you mean? Where would I cross the line for? In what context?
Oh,
Break it down.
so I knew a guy once upon a time, and old mate of mine, go way back,
Yeah.
and he used to steal a lot of things. Like, he used to be a kleptomaniac. If there was a kleptomaniac picture in the dictionary,
That would
it'd
be
be a
him.
picture of his shithead right there.
So what do you mean by crossing the line? As in, what would you do if you were so desperate for something? What would you do to cross that line?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah. And I get him. He needed money. He needed some cash.
You got to do
And
what
so-
you got to do.
He used to work at a place where he was an online shopper.
Online shopper.
So
Like
the order would
eBay
come through
or Amazon.
online.
Yeah.
It would spit out an order into a printer.
Yeah.
Get the order.
Yeah.
And then he would walk upstairs to the place.
Yeah.
And he would have product codes, and then he would just go out and he would get those things.
I see, and pack and send it away.
And then bring it back downstairs.
Yep. But when he packed, he would add a bit of extra.
You grab a couple of extra.
So like 1 for the customer, 2 for me. 1 for the customer, 2 for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used
And he did this
for
for
years.
years with a whole lot of different products.
What I can
You're talking about perfumes,
everything.
alcohol,
Cigarettes.
clothing, cigarettes, electronic goods.
Love it.
And they set up their own online store and even sold around the neighborhood.
Oh, love this.
It was their own eBay.
I need to. I wish I knew him back then.
Oh,
What a legend.
yeah.
He would have been very popular amongst his friends.
The thing he was telling me was that...
Did you buy anything from him?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh.
I was his number one customer. The thing
What
was...
was your star rating?
It's like my Uber rating, 4.9. He had to effectively smuggle out the goods every day from the place he worked.
You would have
in a
to.
bag.
You would have to.
Yeah. But you're talking Remy XO bottles of alcohol. You're talking Cuban cigars. You're talking $500 Grange wines, and you're talking Chanel No. 2.
Wow.
All types of stuff.
That's respect.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever be able to do anything like that. Actually, the closest
Made a
thing...
mint.
Oh, he would have. Yeah.
But you know what was good?
What?
He was smart. He called it a day. He got out early.
That's smart.
Wasn't greedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he crossed the line pretty hard.
He got away with it. Got away with murder, basically.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like, a lot.
Can I just say my story is nothing compared to that?
What?
What have I crossed the line for? When I was young, when we had CD players, I would, and this is back in the days where you don't just purchase a song via iTunes or Spotify. You would have to put in an order form, tick what album you would want. And
And then they'd mail it out to you, yeah.
But there was a catch. So what they did was the first one you will get it for like a really cheap price just to...
Yeah, get your foot in the door,
Exactly.
and then
then they would send you a CD every single month at the premium price. I was in high school, I was broke as, I'm not going to freaking pay for it. So what I would do is I would send it to the neighbor's address and change their address every single month. And then I'll make sure every time, because the postman, I don't want to be sexist, the post person would come around and I would know what day, so I would have to be on the lookout, and I'll come home from school, wait at the front, and the moment the postman or post person would pop the little, mail, I would sneak around and take it.
Oh.
Yep. My first album that I received.
What was it?
Easy. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little
Jagged
Pill.
Little Pill.
Yeah. And then
Good album.
And then I received the following week or month. They stuffed up the order somehow, and I got TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. So I remember those two, but I could not remember the rest. But those two I kept, and I think they're still at my mum's house.
Oh.
But that I crossed the line big time.
Oh.
Yeah. But the fact that I still... Do you remember your first album or cassette? I had cassette. Oh, can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah.
I remember. This is even before the CD, right?
Uh-huh.
And when
Talking cassette.
Yeah, the
Like a
cassette player.
Walkman.
Yes, like a walk. Yes.
Yeah.
And yes. When you like a song, you would either buy the single, which is like $5, and the single will have the original soundtrack, then the remix, and there's 2 other versions of it as well, right? But I was so frugal and poor. I would listen to the radio, and I would have it really loud, and then the moment the song started, you hit record.
Yeah, and you would record it off the radio.
Exactly, and when the DJ started talking, you hit stop. And that's what you would do, and then until you have a full cassette of your favorite, a
Yeah, it's
mixtape.
called a mixtape.
Oh, babe, you know how much fun? Seriously, kids don't know how much you have to go through and you have to wait. So your favorites come on, but if you missed it, you have to wait for another hour or 2 hours before that song comes on again, and you're going to
100%.
record it again. I'm like, oh my God. And my mum's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm recording.
Yeah.
So much fun.
The mixtape life.
Oh, loved it. Loved it. And then later on, I remember coming home from school, the radio would be on, and they would get people to call up. And I did that once for a massive radio station in Australia. And I did it once, and I think they loved my personality, my voice, how I came across the radio station, that they took my number down. So, and then I think it was a few days later, they called me and they said, hey, we need you to pretend to be a caller. So obviously, they weren't getting a lot of phone calls.
I always knew that the radio station shit
Oh,
was
they
a
do.
scam.
Oh, it's scam. So they will make you change your name and make you change your persona on air. So I would honestly, and I didn't get paid, but I received so many goodies and tickets, backstage passes.
Oh, look at you.
So much fun. So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I can imagine all the drugs and all the
No,
rappers and all the...
Whoa, talking about rappers, remember that story? I don't know, I'm too sure if I mentioned this. I got tickets to go see 50 Cent. Fitty, my mate, and
club.
to go backstage as well. And remember what I called him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I repeat that story?
Harvey Weinstein.
No, I called him Nelly, accidentally.
I think you have told that story.
Yeah, but see, that was part of it. That was part of the radio gig.
That's pretty cool, though.
That was awesome. It was so much fun. So they crossed the line. The radio station did.
Yeah, but yeah.
So I was like Kathy one night, and they were so, and you know what? They were like, you know what, Ponyo, you be creative. You can come up with your own name. I'm like, I'm Bella tonight.
Ooh.
Next night I'll be like, I'm Nicole.
Ooh.
Yeah, so much fun. So much fun. And sometimes when you know you're going to be on air, you get the recording button ready so you can record yourself, and then you take it to school and I was on the radio last night, and they'll be like, no, we don't believe you, Ponyo.
I'm
like, well, let me take out my Walkman. Here's a headphone.
Listen to this shit.
Yeah, that's
Cop
right.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
So you're big on the radio circuit back in the when was that? In the 70s.
What, mate?
I don't know.
Don't be jelly now.
No, I'm not jelly.
Yeah, that's right. Don't be jelly.
I like that story.
Oh, talking about like, I love this song.
Yeah.
It's just perfect for, I guess, what we're experiencing now. Freaking
Well, it's
stay
like
at
we were
home.
talking about.
Yeah.
Well, the other song I wanted to play is not available in Australia for some reason.
Ooh.
And they will probably get a DCMA on all of these. That's probably why we're not on Spotify. Sorry.
But I'm pretty sure we're on YouTube now, guys. So, dear listeners, if you want to listen to us via YouTube, check us out. Google Charlie and Ponyo YouTube. We are there as well. So we're on Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Podbean.
It's the first time we're doing an actual ad.
It's not really an ad.
Well, that just on that, we've changed our we've done a refresh.
Yes, of our logo, our page. If you like it, let us know.
Yeah, the Fight Club / Watchmen smiley face with blood all over it was probably needed a bit of a change. Anyway.
That's good chat, babe.
I like your stories.
Thank you. Till then, take care, guys. Be good, be safe, and look out for each other.